Hello, this is Keith Terry with Raven IT. The following is a brief overview concerning usage of a Promethean board. I'll be going over some OS instructions, general usage, and some basic troubleshooting. So, without further ado, let's begin.
Starting off, you should think of your Promethean board as if it were just a typical desktop computer connected to a TV screen. Just like a desktop, you'll be using a keyboard and mouse, although they're combined into one in this case. And just like a TV, you can change your inputs with HDMI. The advantage of a Promethean board, of course, is that it's a touchscreen, and you can use the provided pen to click like a mouse or draw like a whiteboard. Before going any further, we must first identify your Promethean board's operating system. I'm going to show 3 examples of what the back of your Promethean board may look like, and what each entails. Solely Beelink Mini. If you see this little box that says Beelink, you have a Windows 11 desktop with touchscreen. This is the standard of what Promethean boards will carry in the future. Solely Promethean OS. If you see this long slotted device with all these prongs sticking out, you have Promethean OS. Having this is technically acceptable as it can access Windows 10, but we plan to replace all of these in the future, so please submit a tech ticket so that we may remove the old OS and add a Beelink Mini for your future convenience. Both Promethean OS and a Beelink Mini. If both devices, the one with a lot of prongs and the small box, are present, you are also up to standard. There's no disadvantage to having both operating systems. We simply remove the Promethean OS for easier usage. If you know any Promethean boards that doesn't fit these 3 examples, please submit a tech ticket as well. To power on your Promethean board, simply press the red power button on the Beelink Mini device and then turn the screen on with this power button here. The screen should show our Robbinsville Public Schools splash screen when it's done starting up. If it does not show, please refer to the display section of the troubleshooting section. At the splash screen, log in with your Microsoft account information, meaning the username should be your last name, first name, and the password was already assigned to you. From this point, feel free to use the device just as you would any other PC. Promethean boards are typically used all day in the classroom, showcasing announcements, information for students, or lessons, so the screen timeout may be a bit annoying to keep fiddling with. Thankfully, we can change the timeout settings for the board. Simply press this settings button, power, and then select 4 hours for both options. I would not suggest selecting never, as we attempt to be more power conscious. Another feature is the freeze screen. Just like a projector, we can freeze the display of the Promethean board, in this case by clicking the snowflake icon. Simply press again to resume. Promethean boards can also take advantage of the software P-Squared Inc. for on-screen annotations. Press this logo from the taskbar and you'll have a new toolbar for pens, creating shapes or arrows, undo, clear, and various editing features for drawings like panning and scaling. If you would like to change the colors of your pens, change the clip art, or have more options for any of the tools, click and hold that tool icon. If you wish to return to normal mouse clicking, press this cursor icon and close the program with the X button. Promethean boards can also be used as another display for your provided Chromebook. Submit a tech ticket notifying that you'd like to request an HDMI cable to do this, and the tech team should deliver. With this, you connect your Chromebook to the board for specific lessons or class events. Simply plug into one of the open HDMI slots on the back, and change the input on the board by pressing this input button. The Beelink is usually an HDMI 2, so keep that in mind as you change to another source. On the Chromebook side of that, you can select to either mirror your own screen, or create another screen in which you can drag tabs and programs onto. Select either by navigating to Settings, Device, then Display.
This section will go over some basic troubleshooting if you run into problems while using your Promethean board. Of course, if none of these solutions work for you, please feel free to submit a tech ticket. You can follow along with how to submit a tech ticket with a video linked in the description. So without further ado, let's begin.
The most common problems with Promethean boards often relate to its display. Sometimes the simple solution of rebooting and replugging HDMI cables can solve this. Always check your inputs, even if it doesn't seem likely, the machine could just be finicky. Another issue is that the touchscreen doesn't work. This could be due to many factors, but most revolve around this cable, a USB Type-B cable, which is used to activate touch features and can be plugged into multiple slots into the Promethean board. Make sure the cable is connected to the Beelink Mini and the back of the board. If this fails, I suggest submitting a tech ticket. Promethean boards also come with this provided keyboard and mouse. If that is not functioning, first check the Bluetooth adapters plugged into the Beelink Mini as so. Also check if the keyboard itself is switched on. If both fail, the keyboard may simply need a battery replacement, in which case I would once again like to suggest submitting a tech ticket.
Thank you for following along with this overview of the Promethean board. Of course, if you still need additional assistance, feel free to submit a tech ticket. That's all for this installment of Raven IT. Thank you for watching.